Good morning, guys. Today I will be attempting to tie 100 caddis nymphs, specifically caddis larvae. Now I was looking through my bead drawer and I found these large beads, but I think they're a bit too big for my hook size. I found these, also a bit too big, right size, but I don't know if I have enough. But then I found these beads. I have enough of these to tie at least 50 of them. So I'm thinking today 50 of the caddis nymphs will have beads and 50 of them won't. So half of them will be weighted, half of them will be unweighted. Now I've seen online some people recommend to go to places like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or craft stores to get beads, and these are an example of them. This is easily over 100. The thing is that they're plastic though, and they're slightly square shaped, and sometimes they don't fit on quite big of hooks. So I could use these too. The thing about these is that they're in a gray color. So I actually have bought these originally to make scud patterns because you could put 4 in a row and then put some dubbing around it and it would look really good. So I also considered these, but not the right color and slightly not the right shape. So I'm gonna go with those beads from earlier. And for the body, of course, you know my love for Fly Tyer's Dungeon dubbing. They have Skeeter Fuzz in black and Caddis green. These are so nice. They dub so smooth, so easily, dub very thinly too, and if you get it just right, it'll add natural segmentation to it. So this is definitely my top dubbing. Also, I'm considering whether I want to put black dubbing behind the beaded ones as well. We'll see. But that's another thing I'm considering. But this is the challenge. It's just after 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go into the first hour for 100. Let's get it. So I'm sitting here tying the first couple, and I have decided to put some black dubbing behind the bead. I think it looks nice. It adds like a little collar, a little detail, a little texture. Got a little black dubbing, make your whip finish, you're good. So, hour 1, 9 to 10. Tied up 15. I decided on adding the dubbing right behind the bead. I thought that was fitting. It could have gone without, but I thought it looked better with a little collar there. And the weight is in the bead. It's a plastic bead. So I think these are turning out pretty alright. And I got 15 of them. So, on hour 2. So something I've been trying out here, I start dubbing here, where I put my thread behind the bead, and then I just dub backwards. And that way it gets me most of the way there, and then if I need to add a little bit more, that way I'm always under, instead of always over. So, yeah, I just want to let you know how I'm doing it a little bit quicker with a little bit more consistency. So it is 11 o'clock on the dot here, and I have finished up another 12. And here's something I've been noticing. I chose to use plastic beads, right? And it's something to note about beads. If you're a person that uses beads or haven't bought any yet, this is something to remember. With glass and metal beads, you're not gonna get much deformation or defects. But here I'm using plastic beads. That's where the beads can have defects. On a few of these beads, I've noticed that there's like a bit of plastic sticking out or a little scrape in it, and it's not really like it affects the tying, it's just cosmetic. So that's just something to note about beads if you're going to buy plastic beads. Anyway, yeah, on to hour 11 to 12. Let's get it. Okay, it is currently 11:30 and I've already tied up 13, right? So I thought I could challenge myself even further and see how long it would take me to tie a fly in real time. So, can I get it sub 2 minutes? That's pretty good. All right, catch you next hour. I finished up the last 8 and we are at 50. Now that I'm done those 50, I'm gonna be moving on to weightless caddis, or caddises without bead or weight, but still gonna make them look really nice, and I know how. So I'm going to take a break from 12 to 1 and I will catch you then. Peace. So it is currently 1:13 p.m. and I've tied 50 so far. Just got back from my break, tied up a few just to make sure I know what I'm doing. And how I'm going to be tying the caddises from now on is 2 peacock curls, green for the body, and then some squirrel dubbing up front. I just tied a few, they're coming out great. So yeah, my goal is anywhere like 10 to 15 this hour. But yeah, let's get it. 1 to 2, at least 10. Let's get it. So, 1 to 2 kind of flew by. I only tied 4. It is currently 2:04, so I really gotta lock in and finish this. So 2 to 3, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Trust the process. So it is currently 3:03 p.m. and I've tied up 16. So 4 before 16, now I'm at 20. So I need to tie 30 more. If I could tie 15 next hour, 15 another hour, 2 more hours left. On to the next hour. Well, I just failed a whip finish here. I made it go a little over the eye there, so I will not be including this one in the 100. Oh well. On to the next one. So it's 4 p.m. now, and I've tied up another 11. Not 15, but that's okay. I'll wrap up a little after 5, I think. I got 19 left, which isn't that bad. While I'm here on a short break, I should also tell you guys, let me know what fly pattern you want me to tie 100 of in the next video in the comments below. Alright, time for the final hour. Oh, this is cool to see. An empty fly box. How about that, huh? Oh, that feels good. Alright, it is 5:23 and I have finished and completed the challenge of tying 100 caddis larvae in a day. I tied 50 with beads at the beginning of the day and 50 unweighted ones for the second half, and that adds up to 100 caddis larvae. And if you'd like to stock up for the spring or this winter and you feel so inclined, all of these flies are for sale in my Etsy page, linked in the description. So if you feel so inclined, go check it out and support Arvilla Flies. I had a lot of fun with this challenge. As with every time I've done this, I never know if I'm gonna reach 100. Like I tried a video yesterday and I couldn't reach 100, so I tried. But I'm feeling good because I did 100. So yeah, I'm satisfied with the work I've done today. And with that, like and subscribe, and remember, the trout see every detail.